all, welcome to a new video. In this video we are going to cover the topic of array. This is from NIOS senior secondary course and you can get topics of computer science, English, maths from NIOS as well as other English grammar topics as well. If you like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and give it a like and share it with your friends. So today's topic is two-dimensional array. We are going to see two programs of array and then in-text questions of 16.2. Let's begin. So first topic is two-dimensional array. So already we have seen how a one-dimensional array looks like, where we have all the elements in a linear form like this, where each element is represented by a of 0, a of 1, a of 2 in this manner. So what is the difference between two-dimensional array and a one-dimensional array is it has only one element or one index where you can mark this as 0, 1, 2, 3 or whatever. So in two-dimensional array you will have rows and columns. For example, if you want to represent an element, the first element will be a of 0, 0. That means it represents the row and the column. It means it is a 0th column and the 0th row. Okay. If you consider a of 1, 2, it means it is the first row and this 2 means it is the second column. That means you can find the data in the first row and second column. Okay. Let's see how to represent an array. Consider this example where you have got 3 rows and column 1, column 2 and column 3. So each of the location represents a element. For example, it is a of 0, 0. That means 0th row and 0th column. That means the first element will be represented with the index 0 and for column also we are representing it as 0. So this is the first element. Okay. So it has to be in this location. Next, if you want to represent this particular element, it will be a of 1, 1. For this location you have a of 2, 1. So this is the way how two-dimensional array is represented. It is different from one-dimensional array. Let's see how to initialize and during runtime and normally. So initializing a two-dimensional array is, this is the manner how you do. So you have got 2 elements of rows and 4 elements in the column. So it may look like something this format, 2 rows and 4 columns. So these are the elements. This is done during declaration. So when you're declaring the array with the name A and number of rows and columns, the same time you're initializing the values for the arrays. Okay. For more clarity, for better understanding, this is the way you can put your data like 1, 2, 3, 4 in one curly bracket and then again put the other element in another curly bracket. So that is another way of initializing a two-dimensional array. Okay, hope you understood this. This is during the declaration time. Now another option is to declare during the runtime, like you have to get the input from the user through the keyboard. During runtime, that means when you're initializing, you are going to take the input from the user. So consider this is the array with 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so this is a prompt for the user to get an information like enter the elements. This will be asked to the user. Okay, and then a for loop is used where again you are going to use another for loop for the column. one for the row and one for the column. So this is the format of 2D, two-dimensional array. It is different from your one-dimensional array. There also we were using loops, but that is only one time. Here we are using two for loops. That is one inside one, another loop has to be used. After you consider the elements, then one by one you have to read them. So first time it will be I of 0, j of 0. Okay, so first element will be 0, 0. So that will go as the first element, whatever is your name of the array, a of 0, 0. So what you enter, consider you entered 12. So 12 will be stored for that a of 0, 0. Then go for the next one. Okay, so your second element, it will be increasing and it will become 1. So in that case, a of 0. 1 will be the next element. So like that, all the elements of that first row, all the columns will be read. Then what will happen is, again it will change the row and it will go to the next row. That is what happens in this initialization. So this is for two-dimensional array. Next topic is accessing the array element. Okay, so now we have read those elements. It is stored for you, but you cannot see them until it is printed. So you can print it, you can do some calculations, you can find out some, if among them you can find some larger elements from that, some small elements from that. Already we have discussed some programs of one-dimensional array. Please go and use those programs for this two-dimensional array as well, and try to figure out those programs. That will be helpful to you. Refer to that video and start practicing on that. So here accessing array element is, you already read those elements, okay, and how you are going to read them or use them. So same way, use those two loops, and then cout is for displaying. This is used for display purpose. You can also do other programs or other operations to them. Okay, hope this is understandable. If you have got any difficulty, please do comment in the comment section, and we are going to see two programs based on this two-dimensional array. This is our program of two-dimensional array where we are going to access the elements or display the elements. Okay, so let's see what is the difference. So first thing is initializing an array with a name and number of rows and columns. So here it is 4, 2. So elements are arranged in such a manner which is much more clear to the user or to the programmer. Whenever you write this, use this method, it will be much more easier to understand even for the programmer. This is the way how it is arranged. Okay, now two variables are also initialized, I and j, to represent the row and the column, and while printing the values you have to use them. So already we know two loops has to be used. So it is, the first one is 4 rows. So till the iteration or the repetition step goes till it is 4. Okay, so it starts with 0 until it is 4. Now here you can see 2. Why this 2 is being used? Because two columns are available. Okay, so the first one is for row, second one is for column, and inside that we are going to display the elements one by one. Already we have the elements initialized here, so just display it and execute. This /t is for tab. You can see printing of 2D array, that is because of the cout and the element during declaration time. Now another one program is there during runtime. So what you have to do, you have to read from the keyboard and then display. Take the input from the user, then display it. That another program also you can try. Let's look at the new program. This program is rows and columns are read, and you have to input the rows and columns. The rows and columns are the variables that are being declared here, and it is being read by the user from the keyboard. Array with rows and columns in this format will be displayed. Okay, now what you are going to do is, you are entering a message like enter the elements of the array, and the elements will be read. So here two loops are used, you can see here. Okay, and then it is displayed to be displayed in this format, and then read it. This is not mandatory, this cout is not mandatory. Read the elements from the keyboard, and then what you have to do is first element has to be taken as the largest. So first element, that is 0 0 element, first row, first column, okay, that is assigned to your largest variable. Now what happens is each and every element will be compared with this largest variable. So where you get that value, the largest, that will be the largest value. Each and every value will be compared with this. So already we have done similar type of program for 1D array, one dimensional array. Okay, here same way, use two loops and then do the if check, that is check if your array elements are greater than your largest variable. Largest variable has the first element of your array, so compare that. Once compared, whenever the largest element is obtained, that will be changed to this largest variable, and at last whatever is the largest value, that value will be displayed in front of you using this cout. Hope you understood how to do this program. This is not a difficult program, though the code looks like that. Practice one or two programs of 2D, it will be much easier for you to do this kind of programs. Do the in-text question 16.2. Now this one, first question is define a two-dimensional array A with 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so it will look like this, 2 3, and stores the int data type. You have to write the int data type and the name of the array. This is how you have to declare. Okay, very easy question. Second question is consider the following array declaration. Find the number of elements in each array and total number of bytes required by each array. So let's find out how many elements will be there in each array. So 5 rows and 10 columns. So it will be 5 rows and 10 columns. That means multiply both of them and you will get the answer as 50. So 50 elements will be there in the array. Okay, and each byte, how many bytes are required? It is integer. So that's why you have to multiply this 50 into that 2 bytes. The integer has 2 bytes. That's why 100 bytes in total will be required. Same way, here also you will get, second question, you will get 50 elements in the array, and the because since it is long, it will be 4. So 50 into 4, that is, we'll get 200 bytes for this questions. If you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and thank you for watching. Do comment in the comment section if you have got any difficulty, and you can also put your views in the comment section.